Like, follow and subscribe at B.E.A.M for the latest and exclusive content. Yes, people, welcome to another episode of B.E.A.M. I'm your host, JR, and today I'm here with someone that I've known for a very long time, the biggest barber in the game, global influencer, Cutz, all the footballers, all the celebrities, Mr. HD. How you doing, my bro?
Bro, I'm here, bro. Nice for having me. Thank you for having me, man. I'm feeling good.
Bless. Let's start from the beginning, bro, man. Like, where did the passion for cutting hair come from?
The passion for cutting hair, I think cutting hair is something that resonated with me from way back into Jamaica, growing up as a 10-year-old kid. I used to be a watchman over my dad's barber shop. You know, I'm like a third generation of barber, you know, like nobody really didn't teach me to cut hair because I was just forced to sit there, watch the barbers to make sure that they were just being honest around my parents' business. You know what I mean? So as a 10-year-old, it's pretty tough, you know, but definitely that's something that I think it gave me some of the life lessons that I'm learning today.
Yeah, man, that's big. It's big. And then you mentioned Jamaica, man. How's it growing up?
Jamaica, growing up in Jamaica, I gotta say, growing up in Jamaica is somewhere, as I talked about before, it's like teach you great lessons. Lessons, you know, like, you know, how to be humble, you know, how to appreciate and respect others, you know, not to take anything for granted, you know, and just definitely, you know, whenever you get an opportunity, just take it.
Yeah, man, that's big, that's big. So, London, man, what made you come over from Jamaica to London?
Yeah, I came over from Jamaica to London because my parents moved there, my mom actually moved there. Many years before I came to the UK, so I came here to study. When I came here to study and I saw how tough it was for her, because she was banging two, three, four different cleaning jobs just to make ends meet. I was like, nah, you know, you took me up to go to college or to come to school, but you know, I'm gonna go out there and help the situation change. And I wasn't about to sit there and watch my mom struggle. You know what I mean? I just thought that she struggled enough bringing me to the UK, so it was my time to play my part, bro.
Yeah, man, I hear that, man. I hear that. Now, fast forward a bit, man. HD Cutz. The brand is global. How did the name come about?
Global, you know. You know what? Funny enough you say global because I can sit there and think back, way back in the day when I used to talk myself into existence. This was long before I had any high-profile clients. You know, I just literally used to be like, I'm global, you know. I'm gonna cut Usain Bolt one day. I'm gonna cut, but bro, like little did I know that this was my part that was already set up. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Like, you know, Musa Dembele walked in here quite a number of years ago. No, this same shop, you know, before it became my shop, I was working here for like over 15 to 20 years.
Yeah. Tottenham Musa Dembele, yeah?
Yeah, Musa Dembele at Tottenham. He was at Fulham at the time, you know, and, you know, he walked in, you know, he was a recommendation from a friend and, you know, he said I gave him the confidence to feel and appreciate his haircut because he was struggling, you know, struggling to find something that suit him or to get the confidence, you know, and that's what we give him, you know, that touch. You know, that touch of confidence that I've been just giving people all over Europe.
Trust me. I'm testament to that, bro. I remember the days when this wasn't even called HD Cutz. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're going to get into that anyway. We're going to get into that, man. So, yeah, you touched on the shop. You know what I mean? You mentioned now this is now your shop, but it wasn't always your shop.
No.
How did you, firstly, when did you decide to get the shop? And then how did you go about getting it?
When did I decide to get this shop? You know what? To be honest, the shop was something that definitely was not a part of the plan. You know, I was here working, you know, and, you know, I had plans, I got ambitions, I got certain things that I wanted to achieve. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, the owner at the time, you know, like, regrettably, you know, like, you know, we weren't seeing in the same vision, you know, he wasn't seeing the same vision. And, you know, he let me go because, you know, according to him, we're going in two different directions. But, you know, one regret I do have that he's not here to relish this moment with me at the moment because we worked hard for this.
Definitely.
But, you know what I mean? So the shop came available because he lost it, you know, a bit of mishappening on his part and etc. And I just took it, you know, I just took the lease and here I am today.
Yeah,
you know
man. Yeah, man. Well, we're going to get the cutaways and people are going to see, if you haven't been here before, it's an amazing shop, you know what I mean? The memorabilia is crazy. But you could have opened your shop anywhere in the world, bro, you know what I mean? But it's here, it's in South London, it's in the heart of the community.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to open it here?
Why did I decide to open it here? When I came from Jamaica to London, I came straight into Battersea, and Battersea became my home. So long before I was cutting high-profile people, I was like the famous barber, so to speak, in the hood, you know, like in the area, I was that barber, you know. And, you know, my family and everybody was around here, and I started working down the bottom of the road. So I built my clientele base, you know, of this area, and I just carried on from then, you know. And of course, this area that's done so much for me and my family, you know, from coming up to Jamaica, I wanted to give back for the area. Not only that I've opened the shop, that I'm taking kids off the streets and giving them mentorship and teaching them and, you know, like everything and, you know, putting them on to the next challenge in their life, you know. I've got young kids that I've brought in, taught them, and now they're working in here. Yeah. So, you know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, bro.
Yeah, no, so it's definitely a blessing, bro. And, you know, I just want to touch back on a couple of things that you mentioned, because as you said, it's not always been like this. You know what I'm saying? And I remember personally when you was cutting in different salons, renting out hotel rooms.
Yeah,
Talk about those difficult times, bros, because there was some hard times for you, bro.
Yeah, hard time. Obviously, when I left the shop, when I had to leave the shop because of, like we're going in two different directions for the manager, before it became my shop. Like literally, I went to another shop, like it was a Turkish lad. It was down the road, cool guy. It was working out, but we didn't see eye to eye because according to him, there's too much people of color in the shop, Yes, I did say people of color, but I didn't really to dig onto it at the time, because I've been coming from Jamaica. You learn to just take things as it is and just moved on and kicked on, and he didn't really want the clients around because according to him, his business was not growing because there's too much of people of color in there. Not long after, a few weeks after, he let me go. I went to another shop, by a female shop, they were doing well, I was doing well. The salon was fresh open. And they weren't building on the female clients. I understand where they're coming from a business point of view. They had to let me go because their business that they were trying to build is not growing. Now I had nowhere to cut hair. I had no shop. And at this point, my clientele base is growing from traveling. I was going to Italy, I was going to Germany, I was going to Belgium, I was going everywhere. So now I become the barber that's mobile. So now for my local clients, which mean the world to me, not only just football players and high-profile clients, I just started booking hotel rooms locally and started cutting people in the hotel rooms. Sometimes it was only just literally just paying back for the hotel rooms and for the day or the days that I was in the hotel room that I was doing, but I was just happy that everybody was just getting cut.
Definitely.
I was just serving the community, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And that was a real grind, bro. You know what I'm saying? And people that know you personally know you love to give back, man. So that's big. That's big.
Straight.
You mentioned footballers. Foden, the trim went viral. Talk to me about, firstly, when he phoned you and said, bro, this is what I want to do. Yeah, talk to me about the whole process, bro, because that was a madness.
Now, first of all, obviously, I've had like the same haircut for what seems ages now. So I thought I'd just try something new. And then I woke up this morning with a lot of comparisons to Gaza and Eminem. So yeah, it was my own thing, and people turned it into something else.
Yeah, Foden, it's a crazy one, man. Phil, I've been cutting Phil since Russia. I met Phil in Russia. He went out there with Ryan Sessegnon and Mason Mount. They were working for Nike, right? Of course, he wasn't playing for England senior team at that time. But, I gave him his first haircut in a hotel room in Moscow. And the relationship just grew from then. I went to, Raheem Sterling took me to Manchester City. Phil was there, the little shy guy. And then I just literally, after I finished cut all the players, then he just come around the corner and I just always hook him up when I'm in Manchester. So Phil Foden, when he called me for that haircut, he was like, bro, I need to change my look, but I'm not sure because he's a pretty shy guy, He told me he took a picture of the internet. It wasn't the picture of Gascoigne, as people normally say, but it was just a normal picture of a guy with a blonde. When I saw the picture, I'm like, you know what, I like it, but I think that the color, we can do a bit different with the color to suit you. He's like, bro, HD, I trust you. I'm going to leave it with you. And that's exactly what he did. He left it with me. In the middle of cutting his hair, I posted a picture on my Instagram. I was like, if I get like over 1,500 likes on this picture, I'm going to post the finished product of Phil Foden. People started tagging him, Eminem. Then some proper tags coming like, wow, is Phil Foden getting the Gascoigne? And that's when it hit him.
Wow.
When he saw that message coming and that tag, he was so excited because you can see he's a person that respects legendary players, and you look up to these kind of players. Of course, they were long before his time when they were making it happen in the UK, but you can see that he studied football and these people meant a lot to him. He was like, HD, Gascoigne had it. We were on the floor rumbling and just being so happy about it. We just made it happen. And from that moment on, of course, he was just literally on his phone with the camera on, looking at his haircut all the way through it. And from that moment, the confidence just grew. He was like, yo, just give it to me, bro. And just make it happen. Yeah,
man. How surprised was you when it got picked up by everyone? Because I'm talking everywhere, bro. It's like Sky Sports News, Apple News, ITV, BBC. Like, what was your reaction when you saw that?
What was my reaction? To be honest, I was surprised that it reached that far. I thought it was going to be another viral video like before when I cut the Chelsea player, Ethan Ampadu, I cut his locks off. That went around, that done a few rounds, lots of views, 1.8 million on my page alone.
Crazy.
Media outlets, 433, everybody literally posted it. I thought it was going to be like that. You know, I told Phil that it's going to be big, bro, but how big it got, I had no idea. None of us was ready for that, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't think none of us was ready, man. As I said, we got all the way to the final, which was big. You mentioned Raheem Sterling, obviously had a fantastic Euro 2020, one of the stars of the tournament. But that's someone you've known for a very, very long time. That's like almost like one of your brothers. Yeah, man. Talk to me about how you met Raheem, man.
I met Raheem through mutual friend, and of course I met Raheem at an event before B.E.A.M Bolt, you know. At that time when I met Raheem Sterling, it was like nothing no relationship wasn't there, you know. Like, bro, I need to cut your hair. He's like, no, I'm cool at the moment, you know, bro, but I will holler at you. You know, he didn't give me no chance. He didn't say nothing to me, but, you know, fast forward further down the line, you know, like literally we're like brothers, you know, and respect coming from Jamaica, you know, we're coming from same background and almost the same kind of like life lessons, you know. And, you know, like definitely Raheem, you know, takes me everywhere. You know, he takes me into Manchester City where I met the Mahrez's, the Gabriel Jesus and the Phil Foden, as I spoke about earlier. Definitely Raheem is one of them players that I do give a lot of respect, you know, and a kind person that he is.
Yeah, man. And you mentioned, I said that he's a proud Jamaican just like you. But you also linked up with other Jamaicans, man. Obviously the biggest one being Usain Bolt. Leon Bailey, Mikel Antonio, man. What's that brotherhood like, man? Because I know you guys are really close.
Leon Bailey. I was going to Belgium to do Leon Bailey long before Leon Bailey was popular, bro. I mean, I was going there and it wasn't even about money. I was going to Brixton and pack a suitcase of food and everything. I go there, cook, you know, some of his favorite food, oxtail. You know, I prepare it for him. I buy patties from London. I take the meat all the way through to the airport, season it, cook it down, fry up the plantains, whatever it is, bro. I was doing it because it was of a brotherly love, you know what I mean? But, you know, I was just doing it for the love of it and respect for the guys, you know. And I guess that's lots of sacrifices that you have to also take in this game.
Yeah, man, definitely. Talk to me about that call you got to cut Usain Bolt, bro. Because I know that must have been a crazy, crazy call. What was you thinking?
What was I thinking? To be honest, you know, it's like I talked myself into existence. I was surprised, but not surprised. Meaning that, you know, Usain, I just knew that one day that I'm going to cut his hair. When I got that call, I was in Germany at this time because Leon Bailey had moved from Belgium to Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, and I was at his birthday party. It was like for 3-4 in the morning. You know, the time difference in Jamaica it might have been probably about 8 in the evening, or whatever. He got a call from Jamaica. You know, it was a famous musician. You know, and he's like, you know, Usain needs a cut. And I told him about HD because HD lives in London, etc. Usain Bolt just lost the race in 2012, actually, it was. You know, and he lost the race and he was like, bro, like, I feel a bit horrible at the moment. And I'm like, okay, cool, bro. I need to feel fresh because I need to do a presentation. I came there, I dropped my suitcase. Of course, when I dropped my suitcase, it was just everything in my suitcase, you know, like everything's laid out. I'm well prepared. I'm always prepared for my job. And it's something that I encourage young barbers to do, get yourself prepared for the moment, because you never know what kind of situation you're going to be in. And Usain Bolt is somebody that never really take too much pride into grooming his hair. You know, he just literally lets it go, run wild. But, you know, that's something that I introduced to him, and he loved it. You know, he said, from I dropped my suitcase, with the confidence I given him, as I given Moussa Dembele quite a few years before, you know, that's what drew him to me. You know, now me and Usain's like brothers, bro.
Yeah, man. That's big. That's big, man. Yeah. And you know, one of your other brothers.
Enough, I met Usain Bolt in a club before in London, and you know, I was trying to give him my business card long before that time. Bro, I never even got a picture with him. I was so pissed off, bro. Like, I went home, I told my wife, like, I'm pissed, man. Like, I was standing there, like, bro, this time I must have had about 50 followers on Instagram. I was trying to reach 100, bro. I was just trying to get that shot that would have given me some likes on my pictures just to get the thing popping. But, bro, little did I know that wasn't going to be the moment, bro. I went home pissed anyway, man, but, you know, I forgive him.
Yeah, man, you know, but I will see that manifestation, bro, you know what I mean? You said you're going to cut him one day, you get me opportunity and happy then, but then, you know what? You know, you put it in your mind, and years later, man, you linked up. I'm sure you even laughed at that when you told him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's this. Yo, I'm back. Yeah. These diamonds a drip.
One of your other brothers, man, Jadon Sancho, great player, top player, but obviously Euro 2020 was a bit of a tough one for him. Received a lot of abuse along with Bukayo Saka and also Rashford as well for missing the penalty. Like, because you're so close to these guys, does that affect you as well? Like, how do you feel when them guys are going through something like that, man?
That's coming back to that, you know, like, you know, I'm a football fan, you know, and I was a Manchester United fan, diehard, right? But when I started to get drawn so closer to many players, I just became a a fan of the players, you know. I'm not really a fan of a club no more. And it goes to say that if the players are down, I'm down, bro. If they're happy, I'm happy. You know, it's like literally like a therapy, getting a haircut and going through the motions and everything that the players are going through, you know. And it's a brotherhood that we develop just by cutting hair. You know what I mean? So that affected me as well, because of course I want to see the guys smile. I want to see, you know, them going through the best of the possible situations for their life. So it was tough seeing that happen, bro.
Yeah, man. No, I can imagine, man. I can imagine. Let's talk different, because obviously I said, man, you're global now, man. And it's not just footballers you cut. You know what I mean? You've linked up with a couple other big influencers, you know, Harry Pinero, Chunkz, to name a few. How did you link up with those guys, man?
How do I link up with Harry Pinero and Chunkz? I went on a video shoot, bro, and as I was saying, you know, like I got called up to a job. I didn't even know who I was shooting with. They said, I'm going to be shooting. When I turned up, it was Chunkz. But me being a person and the personality, maybe that's what drew me closer to the players, bro. Once I turn up on a job, you know, I give everybody that confidence and that respect with my personality and my whole aura, you know, like they just job to me, bro. And since then, we just been knocking it since then, bro.
Yeah, man, I see that, man.
So we're making the fields, bro. We're met on the grind.
Yeah, man. And do you know what? That's the good thing as well. It's not like everyone's like you've just met everyone at the top, man. You went through the grind as well, and when they was grinding, you was there as well.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's big. That's big. You've cut everyone and everyone, bro. Everyone and anyone, bro. Like, you know what I mean? If there's 3 people that you want to cut moving forward, who would they be?
3 people I would like to cut moving forward. It's got to be Lionel Messi. Ronaldo got to be there as well, bro.
Jeez.
So it's got to be Lionel Messi, Ronaldo. And if I got to dig it right back, bro, I got to say, man like LeBron James, because I'm a fan of that guy, bro. And definitely, I just think I can do a lot more from what's going on for him at the moment.
Well, LeBron, if you're watching this, my brother, you know what I mean? Hit up HD, man. You do your thing. You do your thing.
Yeah.
Your team's very important to you, bro. You know what I mean? It's not just you. You know what I mean? You've got a team. If anyone that follows you knows that in every post, regardless of what it is, you post your team. You know what I mean? How important is it for you to bring your team on this journey?
How important is it to bring my team on the journey, bro? To be honest, one hands can clap, bro. You know, one hands can clap, and I learned that from my grandparents from an early age. And you know what? Together makes the journey more respectable and the distance worthwhile. You know what I mean? So team is very important to me, because while I'm knocking it down there, I'm bringing back everything home for the team to lock it down for me. You know, it's not only me out there, you know, doing what I gotta do. If they weren't holding it down for me back home, then it wouldn't be a brand, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, the great persons, we have really great barbers, you know, in the shop, and great personalities. You know, that was, you know, we went through a great choosing process before we even put anybody in here. You know, and they're doing really well, you know. So the team is very important to me, man, because it builds a home away from home.
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean? It's a happy place, bro.
Definitely, man. And, you know, you're also a person that gets to collaborate with other barbers. You know, you like to see other barbers flourishing. I know you had a good relationship with that Slider Cutz, and there's other people doing their thing, like Trim It, you know, do the mobile barbers doing their things, man. How happy are you that, you know what I mean, barbers are getting a real recognition now, man, and just the industry's flourishing?
Oh, I'm up PMI for barbers, bro. I'm elated, bro, because on a level, you know, the barber industry has suffered a lot of abuse over the years. People just looking at you, shut up, you little barber, shut up, you this, shut up, you that. Now we got kids and people inspiring and aspiring to be barbers. You know, so it's a pleasure, and the great work that I'm doing, as well as the great barbers out there that you did mention, some of them, and other barbers in the UK, you know. The UK market and barbering has come a long way, bro. And, you know, we've got a long way to go. So it's good to see where the industry is gone at the moment. And I take great pride in just walking around saying, yes, I am a barber. So what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, you know, everybody wants to be a barber now, bro.
Yeah.
Because of what we put on it, you know, we put the shine on it.
Yeah, man. And speaking of which, man, what advice would you give to aspiring barbers out there, man? Someone might look at you and say, HD Cutz, man, I want to be like you one day, man. What advice would you give to them?
What advice would I give to young barbers? Stay humble, stay true to your profession, no matter what you are going through, you know, no matter what difficulties you might face. You know, stay humble, you know, stay learning. Education is very important in terms of learning and learning new things. I'm still learning as I'm standing here today. You know what I mean? Okay, you might think I'm HD Cutz, trim everybody, high profile. How can it be possible learning? But I spend nights sitting up, watching social media, whatever, YouTube, just trying to learn something new. And that's how you evolve, you know, you keep on evolving. You know, if you think you're bigger than where you are at the moment, then I think your evolution has ended, bro.
Yeah.
You know, to keep on evolving, you have to keep on learning. Education is very important. So for the young and aspiring barbers, I gotta say, man, just keep on learning, stay true to what you gotta do. There's gonna be lots of knockdowns, you know, but the important thing is you're gonna get up, bro.
Definitely.
And when you get up, just make sure that you keep going.
Definitely. What's next for HD Cutz, man? What's next for you and the brand, man? What's next?
What's next for HD Cutz? I think there's a lot of stuff for us, man. What's for sure is I love to see my barbers and everybody become business owners themselves. You know, so definitely I'm trying to create this environment for them, keep on kicking down every single door out there so I can push everybody through. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing at the moment, you know. So, you know, you can see education is important, as I spoke to you before. So it's about setting up courses or something that, you know, I can educate people along the way, you know what I mean? As well as, you know, HD products, you know, like not only talking and speaking it, but just showing it, you know, making people see the best products that I've been using so they can continue to use it within their home, within their business places, offices, or whatever country that they're in. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Now, looking forward to it. I said, man, the brand is big, the brand is global. Looking forward to what you've got coming up next as well, man. So, now, personally, from me, I just want to big yourself up, man, because I know where you come from. And I mean, and to see this is just, like I said, I'm proud. You know what I mean?
Thank
I
you, bro.
got my brother, get me my big brother. You done really well, bro. So
thank you.
Get me, big up yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where can people find you, bro? Like, get me if they want that HD exclusive, or if they want that cut. Where can people find you?
Well, HD Cutz is situated at 103A Lavender Hill, Clapham Junction. The nearest train station is Clapham Junction. The nearest tube station is Clapham Common. The buses pass right outside the shop. There's parking everywhere. You know, you can just put HD in on the Google. You'll find us. We pop up right at the top. You know what I mean? Because we're top in the game and it's HD. We work for this. We belong here. And you know what? We keep on going, man, because there's a far way to go.
Yeah, man. And hit you on the gram as well.
Yeah, for sure.
HD
for sure.
Cutz. You know
HD Cutz on the Instagram, you know, HD Cutz UK on Twitter, you know, HD Cutz on Facebook. You know, just put HD anywhere and I'm sure you're going to see us. We're going to pop up.
Well, bro, listen, man, thanks a lot for sitting down with us. As I said,
it's
man,
a pleasure, bro.
You know you're a busy guy. You're all over the
problem.
world, but you took the time to sit down with us. So we appreciate that, my brother.
No
and
problem,
yeah, man, we'll link up soon.
Come on, bro. You don't know. But. Yeah.